F-86 North American Super Subway. That looks like a MiG-17.
Distinguished member of today's audience, Mr. Jimmy Gray has stepped forward and been introduced.
JACKACES!
Such a warm and receptive airborne audience. In closing, I leave you with this final thought. In the future, may all your days be prosperous and your nights golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very nice
MiG-17 Fressco.
ruled the skies over Southeast Asia during the early 1960s, and it was during the Vietnam conflict in which our American aircraft went toe-to-toe with this, the iconic bandit of the Vietnam
To the
War.
right. Woo! That's the MiG-17 Fressco.
Every two that we shot down, but by the 1960s, we had fired a MiG-17, and it was shared with U.S. intelligence agencies, and secret tests began at Area 51 in a classified program known as Have a Drill, a program that was aimed to learn and execute. The program was successful, and it helped increase our kill ratio during the Vietnam War, and in fact it was the MiG-17 that helped create and develop the Navy's fighter weapons school, better known as Top Gun. Ladies and gentlemen, from low end to the left, please welcome.
Wow! Great thumbnail. Thank you. Have you seen this guy before? No, I haven't.
With a NATO code name of Fressco, the MiG-17 was one of the first ever military aircraft to feature an afterburner. We saw him on TikTok. He essentially was dubbed a quad central with the final stage of the exhaust, giving the MiG-17 amount of acceleration. Its Klimov, a V8 engine, produced somewhere in the neighborhood of around 7,600 pounds of thrust. Many of our American aircraft engaged in the skies of Vietnam during that time. We watch now. Bill Morrison as he rolls the
Greg Coons will prepare to fly later. Dang.
Produced in the 1950s, an early variation of that, the jet engine technology that very much followed the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, during World War II, later the Brits, the Americans as well. And we are going to see a couple of demonstrations today of that afterburner I was telling you about as well, as Bill Culberson now approaches from the right. It was up until the introduction of the F-16 Fighting Falcon in 1974 that this was the highest turning fighter anywhere in the world. Performing now the minimum radius turn at show center. Pressing Bill to the seat with a force of up to 8 times the force of gravity. He's going to extend off to the right. How about a very big round of applause, everybody, for Bill Culberson in the MiG-17. He's going to position once again to give you another look at this iconic bandit of the Vietnam War. A son of an Air Force fighter pilot, Bill Culberson has been in love with military aviation much of his life. After priest in the United States Air Force, he graduated from the University of Alabama with a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. He worked with the commercial aviation field for some 25 years. Right, and a hot pass. And just about
I did it! I really did it! I know you can, baby quack.
This was a nimble fighter, and proved deadly and was respected by our American pilots that obviously would have a superior training in tactics. The MiG-17 was also an aircraft that carried some of the largest guns to be used in air combat. A 37mm gun in 37.5 seconds.
That was more than 400 miles per hour. Get it? There you go, that's the exact amount.
The MiG-17
Boom, Westman!
is an
That's
aircraft that is still
very
operated by
Let's
many
get it.
third world air arms, and including the country also of Madagascar, and are considered to be some of the most prolific military jet aircraft of the East. That Klimov engine producing about 6,000 pounds of thrust at full power, and with that afterburner engaged producing around 7,600 pounds. Well, the Fressco was not a true supersonic. What is capable of speeds about Mach 1.04, just a little bit over the speed of sound. Now you might be asking, how in the world are we flying a Soviet aircraft in American airspace? We'll take a look again from the right at the speed of heat. Here's the MiG.
I was too fast.
It was that final
No matter what.
of the Soviet Union many years ago. They would like to thank their sponsors to include that of Air Wisconsin, Goodyear Aviation Tires, Marathon, Norco Aerospace, North Coast Avionics, Jetstream Aviation Products, the Historic Aviation Memorial Museum of Tyler, Texas, Aviation Insurance.
In a trucks and umbrella, 2007 can you take me higher? Summer blaze, Bill, life fight.
Bill Culberson and the MiG-17.
Woo! Get out.
Well, it is so welcome next to our show. 3 aviators flying 3 iconic aircraft of World War II. They are the North